And now, In the Dirt with Tim Baltz.
Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tim Baltz, the voice of motorsports in the Northeast. Today we're previewing the Dirt Outlaw Apparel King Edward Auto Parts Fall Nationals at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway. And joining us here on the hotline is the promoter at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway, Paul Kirkland in the house. Paul, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Another big weekend. I can't believe we're already into the 13th edition of this big event, the Fall Nationals. Started back in 2009, just a regular 4 or 5 classes, whatever we had back then. And everybody initially thought, this was going to be, you're crazy to run a fall event in Brockville after Super Dirt Week. Kind of tell us how this all got started, because it was initially just a modified and 360 sprint car show initially, and then it kind of branched off into this big event we've had for 13 years now, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, we started off just doing some fundraisers in the fall, just to, for something to do. And Orange County used to have their big weekend after Super Dirt Week, and when they left the dirt motorsports full, we applied to have the date. Glenn Donnelly was doing things back then, and they all chuckled and laughed saying that Canada was going to snow, but they said I could try it, so we tried it. The first bunch of years wasn't as successful as it's been, but we had a lot of fun with it, and we took on all the dirt classes and ran our weekend. We started off with a 3-day weekend and then moved it to a 2-day. And in the 13 years we've done it, we've dealt with rain and snow and sun, and we've had a little bit of everything. So we've just gotten used to it now.
Yeah, it's been we like you said, we've had quite a bit of everything in our soon to be 13 years doing this. I'm proud to say that, much like yourself, obviously I've been able to be a part of all 13 of them now, and looking forward to it because we talked about this earlier a few weeks ago. You said to me that you wanted this one to be the biggest and the best one. Why is that?
Well, we were hindered last year with COVID, as everybody knows, and we made it. We were still able to operate and do it, but it was at a much smaller scale. So this year we're back to pretty almost full capacity, and so we just wanted to make it one to remember. So it's we're almost sold out of camping, and we've moved into another field now. We've started developing more campground, and so to date, right now at this point, it's the largest one we've had.
And Paul, over the years, as I did over the winter months, and partially through the summer before we started back at the track again, I was able to write up the record book on the event. And something amazing stat that I saw was over 700 different drivers have started in at least one of the 12 divisions at the Fall Nationals. Did you ever envision that you'd have almost over 700 different drivers compete in this event over the years?
No, that's for sure. That's a pretty interesting stat that you've got, being the statistician that you are with racing. It's like I say, it's just another weekend, and it's big. It's gotten bigger, and it's become a destination event. The city of Brockville opened up their arms to us, and our township here, Elizabethtown, has opened up their arms to us and helped make it what it is today. And it's just been a great event. It's pretty cool to see statistics like you've got.
And so thanks. It's that means a lot, actually. It's pretty amazing looking at all the numbers over the years and all that. But of course, this year, obviously, as we talked about, 2-day event. This coming up on Friday, October the 15th. We're gonna have the Ogilvy's Triple Crown Series for the modified and sportsman. I guess that's going to be headlining the event. And what are your thoughts on the weekend's action? I know we got the Action Sprint Tour coming back as well in all sorts of different classes, don't we?
Yeah. There's 3 classes that'll make a doubleheader. The Action Sprint Tour, they make their doubleheader, so we'll do them on Friday, and then their final points is on Saturday. Our Ogilvy's modified to Sportsman on Friday, and cap their points off for that series that we run. And then on Saturday, it's a 10,000 to win modifieds and supposed to be a dirt sanctioned race, so it'll be a series event for those two events. We're yet to hear confirmation on that because of COVID, but that's what the plan was. And in the weekend, throughout the weekend, we've got the vintage cars racing, we've got our our street stocks racing, and our mini stocks racing. So yeah, it's a full card of racing with the other three classes.
And of course, you mentioned the Saturday portion of the program was supposed to be with the dirt car series, but obviously you mentioned COVID restrictions might change that. It doesn't seem to matter whether it's been a dirt car sanctioned or a dirt car series race or just our standalone races like we had last year. It still seems to attract the big names. Like we still had Matt Williamson come down, and he took your $10,000 again. So I mean, how cool is it to have somebody like him? He's a Super Dirt Car Series champion, to say that he wants to come and race at your racetrack, and there's others as well, but he stands out among the rest. It seems like lately.
Well, yeah, Matt's a champion, that's for sure, and it's I mean, I guess I'd like to see the $10,000 go to some of our local guys, but Matt makes it very hard for them to do that. So hopefully this year we'll be able to get it to some of the local guys. David A. Bears won it, and Matt's won it, and we got Mike Bowman's coming down, and we've got some guys from the West coming. We've got a lot of our French Canadian partners coming, so we'll have a lot of guys from Granby and Drummond as well here on the weekend. So it's I mean, without having the Americans here, it's nice to have them here for sure. But we've made the weekend work with just our Canadian counterparts, and it just grows every year.
Well, me being dual citizenship, I'll pick up the American side of it then for you as well.
Perfect.
Yeah, sounds good. We've talked so much about the history of this event and how it all got started, and it just seems to growing in leaps and bounds. We've had fans from all over the place, not just the United States and stuff like that. We've had fans come from all over the place to visit this event, haven't we?
Oh, for sure. It's like I say, over the 13 years, it has grown to be a destination event. We've got people that come all the way down from Hamilton and to the west, and they book their holidays around this event. They'll call us in the spring, make sure we're on the same weekend, and they start booking hotel rooms and camping spots. So it's and then, like I say, we're back into the French Canadians, and we're Granby, Drummond. We draw people from down there. We've had people as far away as Pennsylvania come to this event. So it's it really has grown to be a major event.
And, we talked so much about the modified and sportsman, looking through the other divisions. Of course, the mini stocks and the street stocks, they seem to always attract a big crowd. I know when we were in Brighton this past weekend, a lot of the Brighton contingent in those two divisions, they were talking about the Fall Nationals like crazy, because it seems like whenever we have the Fall Nationals, the Brighton guys seem to they come in and they invade, and they mean business, it seems like, when they come down here. But it's always good to have those folks come and see us, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a race weekend, so I mean, it's not just the larger classes. I mean, the street stocks and the mini stocks, they're a large part of our Fall Nationals. I mean, they're a staple with it, and they continue to support it, and as long as they continue to support it, we'll continue to have them. It's we pay larger purses and give them more laps, and they've shown their generosity by coming in great numbers. So I think last year we had around 45 street stocks here, and just over 30 mini stocks. I mean, the numbers are staggering when it comes to those classes that come and support the event.
Yes, and of course, the event's coming up in a couple of weeks, and where could people go to get more information? And if they want to purchase tickets, obviously, where can they go, and how do they get it done?
They can buy tickets at the gate. We're allowing that, and they can also go to www.brockvillespeedway.com, and they can reserve tickets online there, and or if they go to our Facebook page, Brockville Ontario Speedway, they can find more information on that as well.
Well, that's great, Paul. I really appreciate you joining us here, and we appreciate the time as always. I know you're a very busy guy, but we're going to let you get back to work, and we're going to anticipate it's going to be a great 13th Annual Fall Nationals event at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway. Paul Kirkland, thank you so much for joining us here today, and have a great day, sir. Thanks
for having me. Talk to you guys soon.
See ya.
Bye.
Well, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen, and debuting next spring, 2022, our new show, In the Dirt. We'll be featuring some of the best drivers in the Northeast in dirt racing, some of the greatest promoters in dirt racing as well. We'll be visiting the race shops, talking to some of the drivers, seeing what they do behind the scenes to get their machines ready for each race night. That's our show. Join us for In the Dirt in 2022.